well and truly begun. The long road to Naples 2027 and the ultimate quest for America's Cup glory. 7 teams on the water with GB1 trying to fix their boat.
Not being able to race, and we've been going well in practice, and we would like to obviously be up at the front is really difficult.
Tudor Team Alinghi have capsized. That's a big error for the Swiss team.
Last day of racing, we've got nothing to lose. We're a bit down on the leaderboard, so we'll be throwing everything we can at it.
Hannah Mills takes Athena Pathway across the finish line to win race number 5.
Just trying to get better every day, and if we can feel like we've got to the end of the day better than we were yesterday, that for us, that's a success.
We're going to put a pretty good plan together and make sure we give ourselves the best chance to win those races.
I think it's just going to be going out and doing what we've been doing all weekend so far, is just keep the consistency up and keep learning each race.
Luna Rossa, with Peter Burling at the helm, is in the lead.
And that was the goal when we came into this event, to lock out the final, and we've obviously got a little bit of work to do tomorrow to make that a reality.
Well, that is far more the Emirates Team New Zealand team that we are used to seeing.
We've got 2 races before the final, so the plan is to make it through those well and end up in that 2-boat final.
Emirates Team New Zealand, Luna Rossa, the powerhouses of the modern America's Cup.
It's all about that final race, so we're just working hard to try and get there, and then it'll be, you know, all guns blazing when it comes to one-on-one battles.
Luna Rossa, women in youth, have done it again.
To make the final, we need to go tomorrow out racing and winning the first race. That's what we have to do.
The Kiwis held on hard all the way to the finish.
We come here to win, and that's just the Team New Zealand way. That's our goal, and we won't obviously settle for any less than that.
Can Luna Rossa, women in youth, the team that is lighting it up on the racetrack, can they do the same again?
I'm not thinking about who's going to be in the final. I'm just thinking us, we have to be there in the top 2, so that's what I'm going to do.
The America's Cup is back, and we're here in Cagliari for the 38th America's Cup Preliminary Regatta Sardinia. 8 teams, including the America's Cup defender, are racing in identical AC40s. The competition this weekend welcoming back the stars of the America's Cup, but also giving us some fresh names who are rapidly showing their racing prowess as we continue to count down to Naples.
Let's take a moment to look at the scores. We've already had 6 exciting races with many different race winners. As of right now, Luna Rossa's women and youth have a healthy lead on the rest of the fleet, while Emirates Team New Zealand Senior finds themselves in a battle with ex-teammate Pete Burling from Luna Rossa to make it into that top 2. Scoring is simple, the more points, the better.
2 fleet races today, and that will round out the qualifying series, after which only the top 2 teams on the standings will go into a winner-takes-all head-to-head final race, and we will award the trophy.
And not even the massive crowds of supporters seems to faze this Luna Rossa's youth and women's team, and with a tidy lead, I'm sure there's already been plenty of match racing prep for the final. The defenders, Emirates Team New Zealand, are here for one reason. Only a trophy lift at the end of the day will be good enough, and the sailors know it. And Luna Rossa's focus on a cup victory seems sharper than ever. And with the steel of 3 times cup winner Burling surely for the senior team, it is time to shine.
This weekend, we've been blessed with idyllic conditions for racing, and today looks no different, with many of the Cup challenges making this city on the southern shore of Sardinia their training base. It's been the perfect host as we start on the road to Naples. And with the competition about to start, the race village has come alive. Now we can settle down for the racing, where one team will be crowned winner of the 38th America's Cup Preliminary Regatta Sardinia.
The stage is set. Let's check out the course. The start, as we've seen, is hectic and crucial to exit in a strong, clean position and with pace, and that's not easy. Get out of that well, and it's 3 laps, ensuring every manoeuvre is on point, you go the right way, and deliver clinical, tactical decisions and execution before a final downwind blast to the finish and potential Gloria. Sardinia once again is putting on a show. We have a building sea breeze. If you're in a state-of-the-art foiling machine, it's looking sweet.
Well, down on the water here, we've got a relatively stable sea breeze of around 11 knots, so it's come in a little bit lighter than yesterday. But the great news is we have perfectly flat water. In essence, these conditions are perfect for AC40 maneuvering, so we can expect even tighter combat than yesterday, perhaps.
The dominating force in this regatta so far, Luna Rossa's women and youth team are skippered by Marco Gradoni, with Porro, Jubilee and Santi rounding out the crew that has 13 world titles to their name.
The defenders' refreshed lineup already looks formidable. Cup winners Outridge and Maloney are the starboard team, backed up on the port wheel by the talented Menzies, and Jensen behind them on trim.
Peter Burling is the skipper of Luna Rossa, and the 3 times America's Cup winner has Tita, Molinares and Bissaro with him, a fierce squad that boasts 5 Olympic medals.
Led by bronze Olympic medalist Erica Dawson, the Kiwi youth and women's team have had a solid outing here. Behind her and trim, it's Armit, and driving on port is young Mothstar Pie, with Woodall keeping it all fast. And buoyed by their dominant race win, Hannah Mills' Athena Pathway team will be looking for a solid last day. Sitting behind her is 20-year-old Webb, and leading the port side is gold medal foiling kite talent Aldridge, with Beck on trim.
Previous Cup winners Tudor Alinghi have 3 times Mothwell champion Paul Goodison skippering, match racing Supremo Robertson on port, with Sabello and Rolla on trim.
A favourite to challenge here in Cagliari, GB1 has been plagued by ongoing technical issues. Skipper Fletcher will be determined to show everyone what they can do today. Behind him sits Tessie, and on port is new driver Cornish, backed up by Mon on trim.
La Roche-Posay racing team are a well-drilled crew with Olympic gold medalist Bottine and Trittle, Youth America's Cup winners Saunders, and led by French Olympian Quentin Delapierre.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete, and this race is live.
Sunny skies here in Cagliari, Sardinia, but the breeze has not quite materialized with the force that we would want. However, for these high-tech AC40s, once you are up and once you are flying, you're generating your own power. So for now, all of our teams are hurtling their way down to the start line.
Yeah, all the boats set up with the big jib. We've got an average of 10 knots, slightly more at the top of the course. All of them trying to stay out the dirt. Crucial in this pre-start time.
At the moment, we're looking at a slight left shift down here on the water, so we could see some port flyers.
Well, that left-hand shift you're calling there, Cole, that's been a big feature yesterday. We saw the bravery that it took to do that port flyer. 1 minute 30 to go. Only 2 races remaining today, the last dash for points. On board, the boat that has been the story all weekend here. A great performance by Luna Rossa's women and youth.
All eyes, though, Niall, on this battle, potentially for the second spot in the match race between the senior men from New Zealand and Luna Rossa senior men. They have to shine in this race.
Looks like we've got 3 boats setting up for a port tech start and the other 5 going for a starboard tech start.
45 seconds to go. That split, that difference in opinion could be crucial as to what happens at the gun. Now the pack on the right-hand side, tacking through, and it's incredibly close there between Emirates Team New Zealand and GB1. Those 3 on the left, coiling the spring, staying up late as the starboard tackers begin to charge in. Luna Rossa, women and youth, 20 seconds to go. They're already a long way down the line. They might run out of runway. All coming down to the timing now for the start of the first race on Sunday here in Sardinia. The starboard tackers are dominating the line, and Italy has timed it to perfection to pick up a penalty just at the last moment. They turned the wheel. They had that extra half length, but they didn't take it.
First one's just dipped it, 3 boats on port.
A costly error, Niall. They have to get behind everyone that started correctly.
Right now, I don't see them losing that VFG. They are still going towards the boundary.
Importantly, it was the attempt at the port flyer from Emirates' principal team that locked them out, and you can see them. They're the only boat in the second row.
Can you say us? Because we are reading 140.
At the moment, what you can hear is Marco Gradoni talking to the umpires.
Your OCS. This is the umpires. Italy Gray, second penalty, not doing the OCS penalty in 1 minute.
That miscommunication, that confusion has really cost Italy here. Now they have 2 penalties to go.
Yeah, and they had a healthy lead going in today, so it begs the question, are they cracking under pressure?
Can you say us how much we have to lose, please?
That's correct. You have 2 penalties. You had to get back 2 penalties behind the last boat who started.
Now we see the bow come down of Luna Rossa Women and Youth as the gravity of the situation starts to land. Marco Gradoni, Margherita Porro need to lose a double penalty distance. But meanwhile, the front of the fleet starts to push ahead. This is an opportunity for the rest of the field here because the Italian Women and Youth boat are formidable, even when behind. Everybody else needs to capitalise right now.
We got the softer freeze now.
Well, despite dipping the fleet, the French started in that left shift that we called before the race, and now they've tacked over into a righty. That's why they're leading right now.
200 metres to lose relative to the fleet. You're on a 3rd penalty.
Oh, what a disaster for the youth and women's Italian team.
You are to then start doing something to lose distance. I'll call you in.
The umpire is trying to give them the opportunity to do the right thing. The umpire team needs to see some effort from Luna Rossa Women and Youth to lose those penalties, needs to see that boat turning down. I thought I saw it before.
Ray, you are to lose VMG.
And they are about to receive a lot more than just a slap on the wrist. This is real confusion here for the regatta leaders.
Okay, Luna Rossa in 2, 4 down in 2, 1 board.
They're sailing a beautiful first leg is this outfit. Different conditions today, isn't it? It's flat water, a lot of learning from each day.
Close cross, but GB1 didn't actually want to let the cross happen. The British attacking right in the front of the French.
You in the mark, mate. Frenchies split, you in the mark.
The fleet pushed their way up to the top of the course. And the boat that was denied the opportunity for racing yesterday is back. The British are strong on the waters here of Sardinia. GB1 in the lead.
We are too close.
This is the umpires. Italy Gray, you are disqualified. 4 penalties, not taking them.
Well, while the British are celebrating, disaster on the water for the Italian fans. The regatta leaders, Luna Rossa Women and Youth, disqualified after that penalty confusion.
Italy Gray, you are disqualified. Please leave the course. We will sort out the software.
Oh, to be honest, that's a hard situation. I can understand both points of view. Super frustrating for Italy to not have that software. But also, if you hear the jury saying that you need to lose meters, I mean, they are good at going fast, but this is not the moment to go fast.
Richard Slater pretty clear. I think we got the idea that they were over the line and had to do something.
That's mark on the bow, isn't it?
Yep. But you need to get softer towards it though, mate.
Italy. Let's see what GB1 can do with this opportunity.
Nothing in it. Left turn gets you back to this better pressure quicker. Or right turn early tack.
Seeing little lefties here, 173.
We're getting towed down. Right fire's getting bigger at the moment.
At the moment we'll be right turn.
Yes.
Good cross on the other boats.
On the voices of skipper Dylan Fletcher and brand new helm, trialling out really at this event. Ben Cornish on the port side, painting the picture, planning ahead, and at this pace. Oh, you have to.
It looks like that lead has grown slightly. GB1, they knew they were fast. We didn't have an opportunity to see it before, but here it is.
It's softer down here.
And I think it's a good thing that it's super flat water out today, because the other boats had a lot of warm-up in waves, but it's a whole new playing field today.
This team here in the lead have only been able to complete one race so far in this regatta.
I think we can. We're going
And that was a second. So when they are free, they are fast. Right now, they are fast and in the lead.
And great ley lines too.
Put down. 8K.
A great first lap for the British team, GB1, holding strong.
Press. Okay, my wheel.
A little bit of a heart-in-the-mouth moment there. So nearly slipping off the foils. That was a complicated manoeuvre to pull off, and a high risk too. They see some breeze on the right-hand side that they want. But chasing down hard, you have got Luna Rossa, you have got the Roche-Posay Racing Team, GB1. You are going to be able to feel that pressure coming from behind very soon indeed.
Turning up. 2.
Well, keeping half an eye on the overall points. Niall, today it is all about getting in that final 2 spots, and we have 3 boats so tight. A massive battle between both the Italian boats and New Zealand.
Happy to tack in about 10.
The voice of Hannah Mills leading our team.
2, 1, 4 down.
A newfound confidence after that race win. They certainly feel they are fast, and you can see it there on the stats. They love these conditions.
He's going back. August 27.
The course has now opened up. The teams, the sailors, free to try and pick their way through to find the breeze. It's going to be so critical today. The thermal winds here in Cagliari haven't fully materialized. But look at GB1. They pulled off a rounding and straight into attack at the bottom gate. They wanted this right-hand side. Will it pay off?
Well, Niall, from the bottom gate, tacking around there, they're actually heading straight back through all the gas of the boats coming downwind. But that cost seems to be paying off as they've just tacked over in a beautiful bit of right pressure.
I mean, you said it there, Cole, that ultimately nothing about that manoeuvre made sense. I mean, it was quite a gutsy move, but so far, so good. They are brave when they need to be.
They have been based here, training day in, day out with Athena Pathway. So know the venue well. You get these conditions a lot also. I think both the British teams confident in their pace in these conditions.
Okay, stand by. 2, 1, let's go.
Putting.
2, 1, 4.
Much like we saw yesterday, it's all about the one side. GB1 sticking to the right-hand track on the way upwind.
And I like where they've positioned themselves there, right between the top mark and the fleet.
Like a nice step up pressure here.
Stand by. Happy here. 2, 1, forward. And turn.
GB1 finding the best of the breeze on the right. There is only one team that disagrees, and it's the fellow British boat, Athena Pathway. Meanwhile, on the top of our picture, trying to work the left-hand side. Only one of them is going to be right. Right now, Dylan Fletcher and the rest of his team on board GB1 have held their lead. It looks like they found the best of it.
15 to you later.
Tapping up here.
It's, of course, too little too late for this British outfit, but what a confidence boost it would give to have a good day today as they prepare for the next event in Naples.
2, and 4 down. Turning, my wheel.
2, 1, forward.
They were on the ley line to the left-hand turn, but they've elected to go round to the right, wanting the breeze. GB1 still in the lead at the top. The British are building confidence, length by length.
Day 4, my wheel. In front roll.
Three-time America's Cup winner Peter Burling being forced high out of that top gate as Canton Delapierre and the crew on board the Roche-Posay Racing Team get the inside line.
A little bit of instability there every now and then from the French, still finding their timings on that trimming.
If you're GB1 here, you're licking your lips as you watch the French and Italians battle away above VMG, sailing a slower mode to the mark. Their meters just ticking up.
That is absolutely what you want to see in the lead. The boats behind you struggling, either tactically or, dare I say it, as Tudor Team Alinghi were, just a little bit with the boat handling. GB1 is making full use of their space out in the lead. While for GB1, this is a great turn of, well, a rejoin of the race. As you were saying earlier, Shirley, it's not really about them on the overall leaderboard. But for France, there's half a chance here, and they are locked into an incredibly tight battle with Luna Rossa.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening to 1.25 nautical miles.
The senior Italian team, they need to get points between them and New Zealand. Importantly, try and get past this French team.
Probably the only thing is that we were beating the ley lines by a lot, but I'm not sure.
Routing at the bottom.
There's a good bias all right at the bottom.
Probably on a tight lay, and then we can split with France, eh?
Okay. New Zealand?
It's straight behind us.
Okay, it's, yeah.
They've got some pace, that Luna Rossa team. Just see them closing in
front, but
on the
not by
French
miles,
team. Already talking about splitting with them at the bottom mark.
Okay.
Right now, if everything stays in the current position, it will be sitting at the top two positions. Luna Rossa Women and Youth and Emirates Team New Zealand's got the points really close up.
8 seconds till
Not in a battle for the scoreboard. GB1, this is a battle for pride.
2, 1.
And they are still in the lead. Britain holding on to that top spot round the bottom of the course.
And 2, 1, big turn.
Quentin Delapierre and the crew on board the Roche-Posay racing team takes the left-hand turn, and they have forced Luna Rossa to the other side.
Here we go.
Nice rounding there by Luna Rossa, and also love to hear the chats. It seems like there's no hierarchy of work, but really Pete and Tita figuring it out together.
Well, unfortunately for the Italians, they weren't really left much choice. The French managed them perfectly, had them in the gas all the way across on starboard and all the way back across on port.
Cole, we can get the wind data off the course here. It seems really up and down, pulsy almost. What's it like on the water?
Yeah, exactly right. We're still seeing that trend of the right just carrying slightly more pressure, particularly at that top. So that's why we saw the teams elect to do the extra maneuver and turn right.
A little bit of a stats check at the halfway stage, and Luna Rossa just losing out on their downwind speed compared to the rest of the field. But the British really holding out well here. They're not showing a weakness so far on this course in these conditions.
Go fast, 20 seconds.
Yeah, I got him. I think we should be good here, just catching the boat behind, hey?
Yeah, no issues coming from the left. You'll be crossing by at least 10 lengths nearest boat.
Go for a click more times maybe here.
Copy, you're past intersect now.
How can we get back over there?
I just don't see a reason to risk it, eh?
Or to go and to not go?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got good pressure on the bow here.
Yeah, copy. You've just gone past the line of the next boat, Rossa.
How's the ship?
180.
Yeah, it's right still.
It still feels now like we're slightly eavesdropping, I have to say. But how good must this feel? Leading the race, even the hardest 2 days. And for Ben Cornish, remember, Ben Cornish in the last cup was a cycler. And he is very much trialling to be that co-pilot with Dylan Fletcher.
Yeah, we can hear the happiness on board GB1, and it is a different picture for La Roche-Posay racing team and Luna Rossa, because they are in a really tight battle for second place. That was just a bow-on-bow tack. They bounced off each other, and now they are heading out to the left and the right-hand side of the course before coming off the boundary, doing the whole thing again.
again. It's cool to see this French boat going along. Had some nice windward heel just now. They're really trying to create as much leverage as they can to get the boat going as fast as they can.
That windward heel is something that we really see in foiling boats. There's a really interesting dynamic to getting that foil working for you.
Yeah, you can get it to work for you in several ways. We just heard the British talk about a little bit of extra cants. That's one of the options. They can actually choose how far they want the foil in the water and also at what angle they put the boat foil in the water.
This mode keeps us out of the guts of GBR. Yeah, turn higher, but it's good. Turn higher now for the regain some on Luna Rosa.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Pressing back a touch.
The French are coming, but for the moment, Britain are still in the lead. They had good pace on the last downwind leg. Can they keep it up?
I'm rolling all the way.
GB1 now need to hold on to that superior downwind speed as we go all the way to the finish. It's a little bit of a scrap behind, and Luna Rossa elect not to get involved. The Roche-Posay racing team turning to the right, the Italians neck and neck, firing off to the left.
And if the Kiwis go for one more attack there, they have a certainly good opportunity to even overtake the Italians.
We see pressure across the course here. It's actually up 1 or 2 knots. It just takes away a little bit of time for Luna Rossa to reel those French sailors in.
Nice turn, Ray.
Ellie Aldridge, Hannah Mills and the rest of the crew on board Athena Pathway, making the best of the conditions. They have closed up the distance, and they have got Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth, in their sights. That's a rare sight there to have a look at the numbers. If they knew that we were getting a little chance to look at that screen, I'm sure that they would cover it up. But right now, their eyes are forward, looking at the boat ahead, their rival, and their chance to improve their score. Meanwhile, out in the lead, it's all about GB1.
I got it.
Good gain from Prada, splitting, interestingly.
Copy. Worker down here.
And it seems I was wrong about that right-hand side, because actually the Italians gained a lot by taking that other mark and might even overtake the French here.
I wouldn't feel too bad about it, because it sounded like Dylan Fletcher on board GB1. He was pretty surprised by it as well. So a few surprises on the water.
Up one.
The Luna Rossa senior team, they are right back in it. And remember, it's all about points between them and the Kiwis. They have their eyes firmly set on that French boat in front of them.
I need 10 this way, Dill.
Yeah, agreed, exactly.
Yeah. Give it a little fat. No reason not to right now. Okay, 2 on the box. Yeah. Give it 3, 2, 1. Happy board.
Moving. Turning.
2, 1. Board up.
Calm voices on board GB1, but do not be fooled. This is massive for the British team. For the team that had to sit out the entire day yesterday. And obviously it means a lot for the fans as well. They've got the French behind them. They've got the Italians lurking out to the right-hand side. But they have got nothing in front of them but the finish line. Great Britain takes their first win of this regatta, and that win will mean so much.
Back we wanted.
It's going to be close right on the line between Luna Rossa and the Roche-Posay racing team. The Italians take it, but only just.
It was such an important battle to win for the Italian team.
And another tight battle right on the line between the two Kiwi teams. And the principal boat show how it's done. The women and youth just pushed back into 5th place, as Nathan Outridge and the rest of the crew on board Emirates Team New Zealand finishing 4th. Coming through in 6th place, Hannah Mills is Athena Pathway. Just unable to come back in after that beat that found them on the wrong side of the breeze.
What's gone down? And 2.
And last but not least in 7th place, Tudor Team Alinghi, 7 boats across the line because the 8th Luna Rossa Women and Youth disqualified from that race after a mishandling of the penalties. But let's not talk about the scores, let's not talk about the standings, let's have a look at GB1, and we can talk now to winning skipper Dylan Fletcher. Dylan, welcome back to the racing, and can we just say, what a great way to start the day.
Yeah, it's fantastic, really. Big thank you to the shore crew for getting the boat back on the water and getting us out here, and yeah, fantastic to start off with a bullet.
Dylan, perhaps just tell the viewers in short form what the problem's been over the last 2 days, and also just how good does that feel to come out charging?
Yeah, we've had sort of 2 completely unrelated issues. One was with the Traveller and another was hydraulic yesterday. So yeah, I think it just feels really nice to finally show what we can do, and yeah, we're looking forward to have one good last race, fingers crossed.
Oh, Dylan, best of luck. We haven't seen you much on the course, but when you were out there, you are fast. Long may it continue. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, as GB1 take in the gravity of knowing that they can do it, let's have a little bit of a look at the results before we get to that all-important scoreboard. Well, these are the finishing positions for fleet race number 7. Of course, Great Britain taking the win, but look at how tight it was between the Italians and the French. Just a second and a half between those 2 teams, and then the Kiwis taking that 4th and 5th place almost simultaneously. Well, at the start of this race, it was all about being on starboard. Luna Rossa Women and Youth looked set to have such a strong start, but they just turned across that line a fraction too early. And from there, everything spiraled.
Yeah, that lovely left-hand pressure that Cole called, it really helped the French and the senior Italian team get out of there untroubled.
This was where the penalties just started to stack up and up for the Italian women and youth team. There was obviously some sort of problem on board the boat with the software and the communications, but rules are rules, and you do not get an easy time in this regatta. GB1 took the lead, and it was great to see them stretch their legs. A boat that ultimately can't really be too bothered with the overall standings, but every opportunity to prove their worth matters. But a very tight battle started to develop between the Italians and the French, carrying right the way to the finish. On the way downwind, GB1 showed superior speed, not just about picking the breeze. In fact, Dylan Fletcher was the first to admit they didn't always do just that. But considering this team have had so little warm-up time during the races, it was incredible to see what they could pull out of the bag. Fresh from sitting out the entire day yesterday, GB1 held it all the way around the racetrack and picked up maximum points when they crossed the line.
But this was so important just at the end there, the Italians getting that point off the French and a point closer to getting into the final.
Well, we can talk now to Margherita Porro. Margherita, we saw what happened in that race. We heard about the penalties. Just give us your take on how it all unfolded.
Yeah, we had some technical issues because someone said we were out of the line, but on our racing software it was okay, and then our racing software got freezed, so we didn't know how much to burn for the penalty, and in the end they disqualified us.
I'm really sorry to hear about all of that, and of course the big effect that we can't ignore is that the leaderboard really squeezes up. It's now only 1 point between yourself and Emirates Team New Zealand. For all the fans listening, are you going to be able to race the next race at full throttle?
Yeah, for sure. Full gas.
Well, there we have it. All right, well, I hope you bring that tenacity to the racetrack. Good luck to you, and good luck to the rest of the crew.
Thank you.
Well, this was the start, and this was the thread that they pulled on before the whole thing unraveled. Just look at how tight it was. Perhaps it wasn't the bow, perhaps it was the foil itself that was over. So close. I can understand how quickly things can get out of hand. GB1 in the middle of the course, they put in the extra maneuvers to find the breeze out on that right-hand side, held it all the way to the top. One team with a lot of bad luck, but one team making some good luck of their own. So how did all that drama affect the standings? And remember, we only have one more fleet race to go before the top two will go through. And at the moment, it's set to be Luna Rossa Women in Youth and Emirates Team New Zealand, but the points are close.
It could not have lined up more interesting, could it? It's going to be such a battle. Just having a look at the stats there. Well, we could see it, couldn't we? GB1 extended, sailed less distance. I mean, beautiful execution of that race, and what a relief that is to them. And the French team also great average speed, and definitely sort of finding form as this event progresses.
As Ben Ainsley's Cup team embark on their fourth consecutive challenge, the world's most decorated Olympic sailor is investing in Great Britain's hopes in a new generation of fearless British racing talent.
Stand by. There we go. Lock in.
It's really important in any sports team, but certainly in America's Cup team, to have continuity. And you know, we're fortunate we've managed to keep that on and off the water. A lot of that core team from Barcelona we'll see on the water again. We've got some great new talent coming through.
Stand by tack. Keep it fast. 2, 1, 4, 30 seconds left to low.
Are you going to be on the boat racing in Sardinia?
Probably not.
GB1 Racing Cagliari have myself on the starboard side helm. Andrea Tessi is a starboard side trim, Ben Cornish port side helm, and Bledden Mon port side trim. It's not an easy job stepping into Ben's shoes at the end of the day, or into that position of starboard helm for the British team. He's done it for such a long time, and you know, he's won the America's Cup. It certainly feels like there's a lot of pressure on me, but ultimately I've got Ben's backing and I need to go out there and enjoy that pressure, and that's what I love at the end of the day. That bottom end condition for racing, it just goes from super comfortable to, oh God, we're going to be off the floor. Like, yeah.
I think what Dylan brings is not that dissimilar to Ben, this singular focus and drive, and it's his ability, I think, to push other people and bring other people on that journey with him.
Dylan joined us kind of partway through the last campaign in Barcelona. He was incredibly impressive when he first kind of came into the team. He's an aggressive helmsman, second to none, and something that we really do thrive on.
He's got probably the best understanding of what we're trying to achieve under the water with the foils and the setup of the boat. You layer that on top to somebody who clearly does a superb job racing around the racecourse at the same time, and ticks all the boxes that you need in this style of racing. Ben Cornish, GB1, helmsman.
A bit faster, Cornish? Yeah, I think so, a bit faster.
My introduction to the America's Cup was as a grinder, so a physical role on board the AC-75s at their first edition during AC-36. Fast forward to the next America's Cup, in as a cyclor, and now we've gone away from human power for this America's Cup. So for me, having the opportunity to step in as a helm, it's been such a great progression to get to this point.
Ben Cornish, he's like your dream team member. He's like the ultimate utility player. So, you know, the real question is, can he deliver as a helmsman? And I think it's about time he's given that opportunity. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see that unfold.
Bledden Mon, I'm a trimmer pilot here at GB1.
Bleds has been part of this team since the first iteration. And, you know, in this area of trimming, he's seen the evolution of this style of yacht. You know, he's understood all the concepts that we've tried to create and seen it on its pathway to where we're ending up now. In a class of boat like this, there's not a huge amount of people that can say that.
Bledden's been with the team such a long time, and he brings that wealth of experience of not just the sailing side and being super talented, but also with his engineering background. I think with Bleds, it's just always striving to be better that I really admire.
I'm Andrea Tesei, trimmer for GB1. I take care of trimming the jib and the mainsail and trying to make the boat go as fast as we can. I had the luxury of doing 2 America's Cup campaigns with the Luna Rossa team in Auckland 2021 and Barcelona 2024. And after this second cycle of the Cup, I had the opportunity to join the British team, GB1, for this AC-38 campaign. It was a challenge for myself to learn to work in a new culture, a new environment, meeting new sailors and learning new expertise and upgrade my skills.
We've got some Italian flair in this British team, and he comes with a wealth of experience at Luna Rossa. They really brought the fight to us in the last Louis Vuitton, bringing Andrea in, getting his insight as to how that team operated, how it's different to this team, where he sees potentials for us to increase and also areas where we're doing a good job. It's great to get that knowledge from another team.
He brings a wealth of experience in that sort of how the Italians do it, which has been really interesting to see that insight. But he's also a fantastic sailor, and immediately we've been gelling well, locking in. So I'm looking forward to getting racing. From a goal perspective, I think we're really looking to build as a team, but we always want to win. I'm never happy unless we're winning.
GB1 hard at work trying to build that winning squad. Well, the countdown has begun to our very final race here. Everybody is in a battle for points, and this weekend we have seen this team here. They are celebrating there. They have dominated the scoreboard, but one thing is certain, just how close every single team on the water have been pushing things.
Yeah, it was interesting to see a chink of emotion there. They have been ice cold throughout the whole thing.
And I guess if you're going to be in this field on the AC40, you've got to bring your best. You've got to be able to get so close. And certainly the umpires, when we were talking to them, were actually quite stunned at just how tight these crosses were going. I mean, Adil, you've been racing in this fleet before. Do you see that step up?
Yeah, it's super cool to see all the fleet together, and especially on a day like today where it's flat water, you see all the teams pushing the boats and the distances between each other to the limit.
What can they do for that final race, that last chance to get those points? And of course, right now on the standings, there is only a single digit between first and second. This race is going to matter. Let's see what our teams can do.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete, and this race is on.
Race number 8, the final fleet race in our qualification series, and in fact, a little bit of a change in the breeze.
Yes, thankfully the breeze has gone up. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. I mean, what do you do if you're one of these boats, Niall? It's a 3-boat race, really, with lots of other boats getting in the way. It's tricky to formulate a plan, but with the breeze up, I'm sure it's going to help.
So the 3 teams to keep your eye on here are the 2 Italians and Emirates Team New Zealand. The Italian blue, the Italian grey, and the Kiwi blue. Those 3 boats are all vying for that top spot. And right now, there is only a single point separating each one. A bit more breeze, but a lot more pressure as this is the final race.
Yeah, Niall, and with that breeze, we're actually seeing the same amount of shift, so there's plenty of opportunity for passing, just like we saw in last race. Keep an eye out at the moment. We're just seeing a little drift in the breeze to the right.
1 minute 15 seconds to go, and who has spotted where the best of the wind is up this first beat? How are you going to attack this start line?
Confermo, siamo gli unici muri a sinistra.
And it looks like Italy, youth and women, don't want to make the same mistake they did last time, and they're vying to do a very different start this time, approaching on a port tack.
How much confidence are they going to have in the software? Because they are not going to be able to give meters here. They need to start well. That means they're going to have to trust it. The majority of the fleet out on that right-hand side. Emirates Team New Zealand just taking the stern aggressively of GB1. The British held up. The Italians now going through. This is the battle leading into the line. The rest of the fleet all held up. GB1 staying high against the line. Both British teams very high. Emirates Team New Zealand coming up now.
A little bit of right in the breeze, not making it easy for those trying to start on port.
Unlock now, you and the line. Charging.
Italy versus New Zealand. 10 seconds to go, and we are approaching the start line. It's bow to bow between Italy. Who's going to let each other go? And a clear penalty for Luna Rossa, women and youth. They put absolutely everything out on the line. They wanted to cross the bows.
Grey, Italy grey, restart penalty.
Big penalty for Luna Rossa, women and youth. They have to go all the way back. They can't just lose the distance. They have to restart.
Marco, risentiamo.
Now remember, there is only 1 point separating the boat now going back to the line, the Italian boat and Emirates Team New Zealand. And where are the Kiwis? Well, they are out in front.
Look up, right, you lock in.
Got main shit.
Copy.
Two.
Too much movement.
It's the first bounce out from the boundary. Now the Italians are underway at the bottom of the course. This was the moment. This was incredibly tight cross from Luna Rossa, women and youth. They went for it.
Way too much risk. I think they were really unnerved about the last race.
Good thing is that we've seen them come back in a lot of races. If there's anyone who can do it, my money is on the Italy youth and women's team.
They are a long way behind. That's a massive ask, 500 meters. A lack of experience, potentially. Under pressure, they had to deliver. Way too much risk. What a gift for New Zealand and for the Luna Rossa senior team.
Meanwhile, we see them right next to each other in this race, in first and second position right now, doing all they can to get into that final match race.
188, yeah.
What do you think here, Andy?
We're not crossing the French, right?
We're not crossing the French. The
first
dip.
We can go to lay at this, so if we dip.
Yeah, dip. I will for a dip.
Yeah, happy with that.
Italy coming down.
Reasonable dip.
Now have a look at the bottom here. Well, have a look at this cross first. You could hear Nathan Outridge and the rest of the crew on board Emirates Team New Zealand. They knew they weren't crossing the French. I'm surprised they went for that dip late, and they're just running into more problems here. Tudor Team Alinghi. Emirates Team New Zealand tried to go for the cross. Maybe they could have made it, but they've elected to tack just in front. Everybody pushing it so tight. This is just the last dance here.
Yeah, you can definitely see some pressure getting into this Kiwi team as well. They left quite a lot of room on that duck, which got them into trouble with Alinghi later on.
Luna Rossa are in the lead, but just cast your eyes for the moment at the bottom of your screen. You'll see the leaderboard. Whoever is in green, that is the boat. Then in the current standings, in their position, will get enough points to see them graduate to the top two. So the green light means you're through.
Be okay with the French, or?
Yeah, we are.
10 seconds to lay. We get explored, or?
No, we probably...
Lay lines here, 5, 3, 2,
extending.
1. Okay, board down.
Okay, inside the French. 2, 1, and board up.
Luna Rossa attacking, they are clear. This should be an easy ley line to the right-hand turn. Over their shoulder on the left-hand side, they've got La Roche-Posay Racing Team.
Very small bias left, but happy to go right, correct?
Yeah, definitely happy right.
Close coming in here to the mark. Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth coming in from the inside, but I think the Italians will make it round. The French decide they're going to have none of it. Simultaneously at the top, the two teams that are fighting it out for a place in that final, making their way through the pack.
191 is quite a right phase, I think.
Still to make their way up to the top, Athena Pathway in 8th and Luna Rossa Women and Youth. So far, the magical power of Marco Gridoni and his squad has not been able to deliver on this first upwind leg, but still have multiple legs to go.
We heard the voice of Andy Maloney there talking about a right-hand phase, and that's what we're seeing as they sail towards us. Their bows just coming down in another bit of right pressure.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Wait.
And let's not forget Peter Burling here, fighting for place in the final against his old team.
I wonder how that feels for him.
Well, it's certainly quite something for us to watch, but this was that moment at the top. You can just get a feeling of how incredibly close it is. We're on board at the moment with Tudor Team Alingi, just leaving on that left-hand side, GB1, as they go for the left-hand turn. Those decisions need to be made so close. And right now, Luna Rossa are in the lead, and they have stretched it up to 115 and growing meters. Meanwhile, La Roche-Posay racing team, who seem to be fast in the light winds and flat water, are sailing through well. What I can tell you is that GB1 right now is not worried about these overall standings. That is a boat that is going to be prepared to take some risks.
Great to see the French on form today. Everyone getting better as the days go by, but also the Alingi team being plagued with small challenges the whole time, and so good to see Phil Robertson on the port wheel now, finally getting a shot at some AC racing.
Just slightly less pressure here at the bottom compared to...
Notice on that leaderboard at the bottom, the colour that is over the grey Italian boat. That is Luna Rossa Women and Youth, and they are in red. They are not yet graduating to the top, but they are only 1 point behind on this predictive score behind Emirates Team New Zealand. So Luna Rossa Women and Youth, they are not done yet, but their countrymen, as we are looking at them now, Luna Rossa, are making full use of the breeze.
Do you think if you're on board, Odile, you've got time to do the maths?
Yeah, I think they've got time to do the math. There was only a few people that they really needed to look at, and they're doing all they have to do right now.
It's tight at the bottom, and it's tight for the pack behind. Luna Rossa sail clear, but La Roche-Posay racing team squeezing GB1 really tight to that mark. The British know that they can't stay there and immediately tacking out.
3, 2, 1. This is the umpire's penalty, GBR blue relative to France.
And GBR capturing the penalty as Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth are down in the water. They came round nicely but splashed immediately.
And this is what you want to see when you're Italy Youth and Women. Let the people in the front make the mistakes. Just keep chipping away and sail away those meters.
3, 2, 1, up.
Good and smooth at the bottom of the course for Luna Rossa Women and Youth. They need every position.
Down on the water here, I really like what's happening for the Italian principal team. Pete and Ruggiero have lined themselves up nicely with the fleet. You can see everyone on port tack, so they're in sync and their leverage is not growing.
And once again, Cole, we see everyone pushing out to that right-hand side. Do you think that is where they should be going?
Yeah, I think the right-hand side is showing a little bit more pressure, but the beautiful thing about the position of Luna Rossa right now is they get to lead everyone back and actually get further up that right-hand boundary than the rest of the pack.
Well, first to go back, it is GB1 going behind the rest of the group. But this was the action at the bottom that put GB1 on the back foot. La Roche-Posay racing team coming round on starboard. GB1 slow to react. They knew that they'd pushed things a little too close. That is why you see them tacking straight out of there. But, of course, the damage was done before they got to the mark.
Yeah, a little bit of a cowboy move there, late in with a jibe. No room.
Those polygons around the boat, that is a safety polygon round there. That's when the rules kick in, and they were firmly overlapped. The safety margin totally evaporated.
2, 1, here we go. 2, 1, hold up.
This is a fresh team for Luna Rossa as well. Obviously, we've talked a lot about Pete Burling coming in, but there's not a lot of opportunities in the America's Cup circuit to really test your team, how robust you are under pressure. and I think we're seeing the best of them now.
On the left, but we are comfortably ahead.
Halfway stage of this race, and we are set at the moment for an Italian-Kiwi final, but not the Italian team who's been dominating this regatta. Tudor Team Illingi pushing on. Phil Robertson, this is a man that you don't want to be chasing you down on the race course.
Marginal now. Yeah, all good here, eh? Yep, all good. No issue. Anywhere you like.
Yeah, Phil Robertson on the port wheel, finally getting a shot in the America's Cup arena. There is a lot more to come from this team.
Snaps away on the box.
Okay, 2, 1, port down, and turning.
Interestingly, for this upwind leg, we seem to be using the full width of the left and right, possibly a little bit more open in the breeze.
Yeah, we've also heard that teams talking about an open course. We saw it happen in a downwind as well, with people coming from the other side and gaining distance.
Doing all we can. So, I think the British are second behind us. Oh no, throw in the fridge. At my wheel. Bring away in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Peter Burling takes the Italians round the top. Luna Rossa are looking strong here in the lead. The Roche-Posay racing team, Canton Delapierre has put together this team. They've been working hard, and it is showing here. They are chasing down the Italians. Third place, Tudor Team Illingi. It's high, it's a little bit loose, but they just hold on to it, keeping the British behind them.
Kiwis rounding the mark in 5th. They cannot lose a lot more if they still want to make it into that final match race.
At the moment, if Emirates Team New Zealand lose a place or Luna Rossa Women and Youth gain a place, we will see Luna Rossa Women and Youth go up into that final. This team right now, Marco Gridoni, Margarita Porro, the rest of the sailors on board, they will be working absolutely to their maximum to make that happen.
At the moment, it's quite right.
Quite hard to make gains, isn't there, today? Everyone has come out today a lot better. I know the conditions are slightly easier, it is flatter water, but so few mistakes throughout the fleet.
Right now, in 6th place is Emirates Team New Zealand's Women and Youth. In 5th place is Emirates Team New Zealand. And Luna Rossa Women and Youth will be looking at that. They will be happy that out in the lead is Luna Rossa, their principal team.
Next straight down there would be good.
But Italy will be desperate to make it a 1-2 in that final match race playoff.
The pressure on the left is not bad.
Nathan Outridge and his team must stay ahead of the youth and women's Italian team.
So they'll probably be either doing the extra maneuver or taking that left turn.
I think all the fleet behind left set up for the right turn.
For left turn
position now.
The 3 boats behind us.
It's been a really strong race here for the Roche-Posay racing team. Canton Delapierre was pretty open about the lack of experience that they have had and the journey to go. They're really showing good form.
Yeah, exactly. You already saw some glimpses of it yesterday, glimpses of great stuff, but then sometimes they just missed out, but showing a lot of potential and getting me really excited.
Transitioning for the roundup.
Nice.
Good deal.
2, 1, up.
Here we go.
Familiar territory for Peter Burling and Luna Rossa. They are in the lead and they have grown their lead. The Roche-Posay racing team splitting from the Italians, wanting to go out to the left-hand side. Even the best minds in the America's Cup have different opinion on where the wind is. But for 3rd, 4th and 5th, it is pretty close here. Tudor Team Illingi finding a way through on that Left-hand turn, GB1 with a bit of a splashdown, but straight away back up. Emirates Team New Zealand, they've smelt the blood and they've managed to fit their way onto the inside, but they can't live there and go into attack.
Every point important for this boat. They just had a boat's width, didn't they, to get in there, and they used it.
Luna Rossa women and youth who have been unable to find a way through. We saw that team have superior speed all the way around the racetrack. Even when they were behind, they managed to find the shifts and the pressure. But unfortunately, it looks like the rest of the field have dialed themselves in. And now, this team here are having to fight. Time is running out.
Luna Rossa's senior team just keeping it really tight here. They know in these conditions that they can maneuver their boat very closely to the others. There's no point taking risks, and they bounce the French out to the unfavored left side.
I think if we see anything right, I'd probably go back with them.
Well, this was that mark rounding at the bottom where GB1, touching down and flying high, spun wide of the mark. Emirates Team New Zealand, two good decisions. One, to go for the inside, and then the second good decision to know when to bail and capitalise on what you've gained.
Capitalize on what they've gained and going out towards that right-hand side that everybody seems to like so far.
There's a lot of bounces going off in the middle of the course here with Tudor Team Illingi and GB1. It must feel fantastic for this team out in front, knowing that all of that drama is astern of them.
Odile, you won the gold medal in Paris in the women's skiff class, the 49er, but sailing on board the French boat on the port side is the male winners. I mean, what do you think when you watch that? What sort of potential does Boutine and Triddle have to bring to this outfit?
Well, they're great sailors to start with, but also they're a really great duo. You really can feel their warmth, feel their friendship, and I think a team only starts working once the atmosphere is right, and they already bring half of a boat in there with the two of them. So the other guys are nice as well. So I think a good team, good energy, and that brings you very far.
And perhaps that is what we're seeing here on the senior Luna Rossa team, because of course Peter Burling has come through from Emirates Team New Zealand. I mean, not just a team that he was with, but his home, his life, and now he's got to build up that strength, but in a new outfit.
We've had a relaxing of the nationality rules. You're allowed 2 non-nationals on each boat, which has allowed... You're probably wondering why everyone has kind of moved around, but that is why. And that allowed Pete to join the Italian outfit.
Bias at the top. For pressure, better right turn.
Yeah, I agree. On the left looks off left.
A bit quick. Heads in 5, 3, 2, 1. 14. Slightly wide field.
2, 1.
Luna Rossa are in the lead at the top of the course. They have not managed to win a race yet in this regatta. The powerhouse of the America's Cup, Peter Burling, finds himself for the first time in the lead with only the finish line to go. La Roche-Posay Racing Team showing their good form on an open racetrack. They round clean in second place, 1 and 2 stretching away from the field. It's the battle behind which remains tight. Tudor Team Illingi just ahead of GB1, and they've done enough to force Dylan Fletcher to take the opposite mark.
3, 2, 1, and ahead.
Rolling your wheel.
Calm words behind Emirates Team New Zealand and Emirates Team New Zealand women and youth coming round. Cole, give us a little bit of an update here on what we can expect on this final downwind leg.
Watching Luna Rossa principal team here, it's so hard to fault their performance. They haven't really picked up some crazy shift or something like that, but they've just carefully manipulated the fleet, make sure they're doing extra maneuvers and going the wrong way.
Yeah, and if I beat the Kiwis right now, your only focus is beating the other Kiwi team behind you, which might feel a little bit weird to them. They've just got one leg and they need to hold on to that 5th place if they want to make it into the final.
It's been just one knot mod. Outside.
It's been a big move for Pete Burling. Been with Emirates Team New Zealand forever, 3 cup wins. How strange must this feel, and how much must he want to vindicate his decision to win here today?
Impossible to understate the pressure on this man's shoulders. The big name in the America's Cup, the key signing. But today, he's shown what they can do. There is potentially an America's Cup winning combination sitting on this boat. Certainly for this race, it's good enough to stretch away from the others.
Yeah, definitely not going to make it in one.
Yeah, no, just keep it easy, one and in there. It'll be fine.
Should be one more jibe for Italy just to make it clean into the finish. The Roche-Posay Racing Team, the French, on their hip. They're not close enough to cause any stress for the leaders.
Yeah, we're at late line here on the software.
3, 2, 1, forward.
Put down.
2, 1, and forward up.
Soft and smooth goes the jibe. They coasted it through that turn. No need to push things to the limit. Peter Burling, Vittorio Vasaro, Umberto Molinari, Ruggiero Tita on board Luna Rossa. Luna Rossa take a race win. It might be the last race in the series, but that will feel sweet. And a second on the water for La Roche-Posay Racing Team. You can see what it means to Italian fans now to see that team on full force. This is going to be tight, coming in though behind for 3rd place. GB1 coming in on starboard with right of way. Tudor Team Alinghi, they have the option to dial down low, but I think the British might take it. It's going to be right on the line between the two. And GB1 just snuck ahead. The Swiss will have to settle for 4th place. Next across the line, Emirates Team New Zealand, and that might seal the fate of the Italian women and youth team. The women and youth Kiwis, they're next to come through in 6th. Coming into view now is Marco Credoni's team, the team which absolutely set this competition on fire, set the standard for everybody else to follow. But Luna Rossa, women and youth, their performance today has not been what they wanted, and what a fall from the top.
Well, that'll be a start neither Margarita Toro or any of the team will forget. High risk, you know, the wind had gone right, you know, we called that, and to start on port in front of everybody, really massive risk, unnecessary risk. But they have shown everybody the last couple of days what they've got. They have been ice cold. They've performed with precision and they have delivered, and they've certainly given Luna Rossa something to think about.
Well, we can go now to the other Luna Rossa team, and we can speak now to skipper Peter Burling. And Peter, congratulations, your first race win of the regatta.
Yeah, I think I said in a few of the interviews, feels like we're early days as a group, and been really proud of the way this team's kind of built throughout the weekend. You know, it's, I suppose, really been the youth and women's show for the first couple of days, but for us to kind of be able to dig deep and continue to just improve through this period, it's been full credit to this group.
Pete, let's look ahead to the match race up against your old team. What are we going to see? What's that going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would have preferred an house match race, which, you know, a derby would have been nice, but it's going to be super fun to versus Team New Zealand. We've been having some good battles in the pre-start already all day, so it's, yeah, going to be exciting for sure.
Well, Peter, just stay on the line because, of course, we have some important questions to ask you about how we are going to approach the start. But let's go now to Nathan Outridge of Emirates Team New Zealand. And Nathan, you did it. You are through. You are through to the top 2, and you are facing off against Luna Rossa. That's going to be quite the final.
Yeah, this one's going to be a lot of fun. It's obviously been fun and games out here so far, but the real one counts now, and it's going to be a lot of fun racing against Pete and the Luna Rossa team.
It's a different mindset, isn't it, Nathan, from what we've been doing in the last 8 races? You know, how do you reset for this?
That's a good question, Shirley. It's one we're about to work out. We've been really focused on making sure we make this race, but I guess the main thing is we've got to go remember it's a match race now. And, you know, Pete's been doing a good job the last few starts of introducing us to match racing again, so can't wait to go at it in the pre-start.
Well, as you say, Nathan, it is a match race, and of course we need to find out which side either of you are going to enter on. And Peter Burling, it is my great pleasure to remind everybody that because you are sitting on top of the standings, you get the choice. Are we going to be seeing you coming in on port or starboard?
I didn't think we were going to get a choice this morning, but yeah, we're happy to take the port entry.
Well, I'm very happy to give you the surprise pleasure of choosing. Port entry it is for Luna Rossa, Emirates Team New Zealand. You're going to be coming in on starboard. Best of luck to both of you. Well, let's have a look at the results. This was the race that changed everything. It was Italy all the way at the top and Italy nearly all the way at the bottom. But for Peter Burling and the rest of the crew, this result means something. Their first race win, 11 seconds ahead of the French.
It was all about the top two places, but what a battle we had. A disappointing race for the youth and women from Luna Rossa. Lots for them to think about and lots to be proud of as well. But what an exciting match we have. Luna Rossa versus Emirates Team New Zealand. I can't wait.
Well, this is how this weekend has shaped up. If you've been following us through all the twists and turns, you'll know that we have just seen the conclusion of the 8 fleet races, and now just those top 2 teams, Italy and New Zealand, going through to the match race final. Whatever their points were coming into this, it does not matter anymore. The first boat across the line wins this race. Let's have a look back at race number 8, that incredibly important race. And this was where it started to go wrong for Luna Rossa women and youth. They went for it, they put it all out on the line, but the risk was there for them.
It looked dodgy from quite a long way out, didn't it? They did have the opportunity to tack, they didn't, they kept going. That was their downfall. Difficult day for this young outfit.
We'd seen the young Italians find their way through, but unfortunately this field here had really raised their game on race number 8. Luna Rossa took the lead, and the French were also there to push them all the way to the line, perhaps providing that impetus for the Italians to use their absolute best. Behind them, the race for 3rd, 4th, 5th remained tight all the way around.
Luna Rossa senior team just extending. When they got free, they found their form. But we had a really close rounding here. France having to give room as GB1 took the inside.
Once this team found themselves out ahead, once they had been able to build a little bit of distance between them and La Roche-Posay Racing Team in second, you could start to see that confidence form coming through. And from there, they extended. Hats off to the French outfit, who really did push them all the way to the end. But the writing was on the wall, wasn't it? Luna Rossa managed to claim their first race win of this preliminary regatta, got themselves all the way through to this match race final. Well, this was the start that meant so much. First of all, the Italian flag with the grey tip. The women and youth entry, pushing things so close to everybody and picking up a few penalties along the way. That pushed them back. But look how Luna Rossa on the top left-hand side managed to stay out of trouble. While the rest of the field were fighting for a clear lane, Peter Burling and his team just shot out all the way to that left-hand side. You give this team some space and they'll punish you for it. Well, looking at some of the data off this course, Luna Rossa weren't the fastest, they weren't the most efficient, but they kept their manoeuvres down smooth and clean. It was the French that can lay claim to finding the best VMG all the way round the racetrack, but none of that matters now. It's Luna Rossa versus Emirates Team New Zealand. It's the cup battle that we've been waiting to see. The grey jersey of Luna Rossa has over the years been worn by some of the sport's biggest names, but as AC38 approaches, the home team have blended youth and experience to create some of the sport's most exciting new sets of partnerships.
In the last two America's Cup, in the last two editions, we had Jimmy and Keiko on the helm. This time, there is a generation change.
This next generation has the skill and has the talent. And yeah, I think it's probably time that the gloves are hung up.
Pete Berling is bringing his CV with him, no? He's a guy which is used to win.
I've actually really enjoyed the move. You know, I've always had a great relationship with Max and a lot of the other team here that were obviously a big part of Team New Zealand through the Bermuda campaign, through my first America's Cup campaign. You know, to be able to come into a new group with a different energy, with different ideas, and you know, really bring kind of a lot of experience over the past 3 America's Cup cycles has been, you know, something that's been really cool.
I was curious to see his face the day he was wearing for the first time this T-shirt, and when we walk in, I mean, people were just enthusiastic of seeing his face and seeing him with a great T-shirt. But I think it's been a big boost for many people, especially for the young guys.
He came here with a lot of energy, with a lot of new ideas. He's a great talent, and having him on board would be very good for Luna Rossa.
Ruggero Tita is one of the most talented sailors we had in Italy in the last 30, 40 years. What is really impressive about him is the attitude and the motivation he has in everything he does.
It's a big responsibility, but of course they teach us a lot of stuff. Keiko is coaching us now. We are prepared and we learn from them.
Yeah, with Ruggi, I actually sailed against him in the 49er a bit, so I got to know him reasonably well during that time.
We met at the Olympics in 2016 in Rio, and then later on I moved to the NACRA, and he kept going with the 49er.
And then obviously transitioned into the NACRA and just had an absolutely amazing run, you know, winning 2 Olympic gold medals for Italy. So, you know, it's yeah, pretty special to see the level he's managed to achieve.
We were fierce competitors in the NACRA class. Since then, we developed a great respect each other, and it was a pleasure to sail with him in Jeddah, and I'm looking forward to sail with him again.
Yeah, it's great to have the preliminary regatta here in Cagliari. Finally, the cup is going to come in Italy. We are incredibly proud, and also we are super happy to show to all the Italian fans the sailing and how Luna Rossa can do here.
Luna Rossa, they are a formidable team, and you can clearly see they are building a squad to match their ambitions.
Turning hard.
Well, Luna Rossa into a final on home waters. This is a huge story, but eclipsing that maybe 3-time Cup winner Peter Berling leading this talented Italian outfit against his old team. Ruggero Tita on the port helm. He's another special talent, but we are going to have to see what happens out here.
and Emirates Team New Zealand. I mean, where do we start? Olympic excellence, cup wins aplenty, and a fresh new talent. That's a heady mix from Outridge, Jensen, Maloney and Menzies. A new group maybe, but that's a boat full of talent.
4 in a row. That is the target. From revolutionising design to refining dominance. Emirates Team New Zealand now chasing a historic 4th straight win in the America's Cup.
Team New Zealand represents a lot of different things to different people, but to me, a lot of it is in the name, and I think it's genuinely, 30 years later, it still acts like a team. It started off as the New Zealand Challenge, which I was involved with that back in Fremantle, and it became Team New Zealand after the '92 Cup in San Diego. That was unsuccessful, and then Blakey stepped in '93, I think, and it became Team New Zealand at that point. It's been Team New Zealand ever since.
International sport's oldest prize leaves the United States, this time to a different down under, New Zealand! It's black to the future. The America's Cup is still New Zealand's Cup.
The team over the years has gone through some triumphant wins and some disastrous losses.
The comeback of 2013 is complete.
After the terrible way that San Francisco ended in 2013, kind of went underground for the Bermuda Cup. And we were very quiet in the media, we were very quiet in everything, and went over there as a challenger and were ultimately successful, which was huge.
The America's Cup wrestled from the USA by Birmingham's Manning.
But then realised the responsibility you've just taken on by winning the Cup. So ever since 2017, we've been pretty much under the pump. Had the successful Cup here in Auckland in 21, which was fantastic, and then a great event in Barcelona.
Each time you see that America's Cup trophy, it's spectacular. To be able to hold it up over your head and have that common goal of the whole team working towards it, then to win it is just so much satisfaction.
Everyone understands what we're trying to achieve here. We want to win the America's Cup again for the 4th time in a row. And so it's about empowering people to go off and do their tasks. I think that's what's so cool about the group we have at the moment.
Going forward, we just got to understand exactly the conditions we're going to, and we've got a different venue again now, so we just got to design our boat for those conditions.
We make sure we've done all the work and done all the development and looked under every stone to put ourselves in the strongest position possible.
At the end of the day, we are proving ourselves on the world stage against formidable competition and serious amount of money. So every time Kiwis can go out there and prove themselves, it's good for all of us.
We'll be expecting to win. We don't go into a cup hoping we're going to win. We want to go out and win 4 in a row, as everyone should.
Well, is their dominance threatened here on the waters of Sardinia? They have got a match racing final coming up against the Italians. Let's see what happens. This is the lineup for the final race here in the 38th America's Cup Preliminary Regatta Sardinia. Luna Rossa versus Emirates Team New Zealand, and the stage is set. So, Cole, you've been keeping your eyes on the racetrack. The big question is, where do we expect to see these teams trying to get to? Where are the gains lying in wait?
Well, the breeze is in still. It's nice, 14 knots, but we're just seeing a little shift to the left. So that means the boat leading back first may be looking to lock down the pin end of the line.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete, and this race is live. Good luck.
Suddenly, this racetrack feels very open indeed. The traffic is gone. The other teams have been pushed aside. Only the top 2 now going into this head-to-head. Emirates Team New Zealand Luna Rossa. This is a grudge match, and this is setting up a major rivalry that we will see play out all the way to Naples. First to enter at 2 minutes 10 seconds to go will be Luna Rossa. And they are really pushing things. They want that split-second advantage. That will give them the chance to cross deep and head out to that right-hand side. In comes Emirates Team New Zealand, and this match race is on.
Lovely entries by both teams. You can see the dial there in the green. Nailed it.
And already the circling around each other starts up until the race starts.
Starboard for Emirates Team New Zealand. Luna Rossa needing to give way. Does Emirates Team New Zealand follow? Are they happy just to push?
Hey, we're on their ladder, so we're going to jump back at them in 5. Anytime.
2, 1, board.
90 exit, bro.
Yeah, they are fully engaging. This is so tantalising. New Zealand beat Italy. Nathan Outridge beat Pete Burling.
Everyone lead them out. It's only 20 greenie now.
Copy. They are rolling.
Yep.
Slowly coming down.
Yep. Keep in the sweet spot. We're 0 greenie now, so it definitely leads.
Copy.
Keep it a lead in.
Board.
Board. Yep, let's go.
Luna Rossa looking to lead in. They pushed Emirates Team New Zealand out wide, but now the Kiwis have right of way. But do they have the speed to capitalise on it?
Lots of time, both teams early.
Luna Rossa under a lot of pressure there in the windward position, forced to tack out as both boats too early. Now Team New Zealand have to decide, do they come back with them or can they kill from there?
Just saw Luna Rossa get very low in speed, 15 knots, but they're back up on the foils.
Both boats early to the line, but the start line is wide and it is open. It is more dangerous for Emirates Team New Zealand. They've got less line in front of them. 10 seconds to go. They need to time this to perfection. Luna Rossa looking good here. They're going to go off this line like a bullet from a gun. Emirates Team New Zealand, they've had to slow and stop, and they are over the line. It played out perfectly for Luna Rossa. Peter Burling pushed that boat exactly where he wanted them to be.
He brought the whole game back early. He asked questions from Team New Zealand.
Yeah, and it looked like a bit of indecisiveness there from New Zealand. They needed to kill in order to make it to the pin, but in the end they ended up losing their speed and still being over early.
This was that moment on the start line, and it really did come down to a fraction of a second. There was nothing that Emirates Team New Zealand could do at that point. The damage had been done.
Nathan Outridge, he ran out of runway. Nowhere to go.
I think we protect the right, so maybe let them go a little to the left.
What can Emirates Team New Zealand do now?
187.
Right now, it does look like Luna Rossa have locked down the Kiwis. Cole, give us a little bit of an update. What can Luna Rossa do now with full control?
Yeah, so from what we're hearing on board, it sounds like they're going to let Team New Zealand tack out and allow themselves one speed build to the right, so that when Team New Zealand eventually come back, they can slam them right on the face.
Okay, good. Just keep the 28 zone. All about performance. Knocking a little bit. Okay, there you go. So 40 seconds.
Okay, guys. Stand by.
Yep, anytime.
3, 2, 1. Board.
Pete Burling on the leeward side, just having a look behind him. What a lovely gap, what a controlling move. This is textbook match racing.
This is going to be all about precision, and we saw precision at the start for Emirates Team New Zealand.
So
they were
pretty much in a match, right?
a second early, but for Luna Rossa, they were 11 100ths of a second safe. That is the margin of error that they managed to pull off.
Yeah, and that's what they've already been showing all day. They've had a great warm-up into this match race, and so far they are showing off.
Let's see whether that distance grows or shrinks. For the moment, Luna Rossa have elected to lock down the Kiwis. They know that Nathan Outridge and the crew on board the Kiwi boat can be fast. They don't want to let them go.
The Kiwis could live there. That was, yeah, there's such a lot of gas, a lot of bad air coming off the windward boat. You just cannot stay.
Again here fairly soon.
Yep.
3,
Stay off those.
2, 1.
Let's hit them again.
Below, yes.
Everest Team New Zealand trying again to shake the Italians free.
2, 1, and slide. The sheet is on it.
See if we can go back before the gas on this one.
Luna Rossa answers with a tag on the face, still keeping the Kiwis locked.
We've not talked about him much, but driving for Luna Rossa on the port side, it is Regatta Tita, double gold medalist. What an Italian talent he is. Definitely feels like this is his time.
2, 1, port up.
Okay, they're attacking now.
Luna Rossa have used that lead to set themselves up coming in here with the rights. They don't need it. The cross is miles clear. Now they get their pick of how they attack the run. There's much less disturbed air here on the racetrack. Luna Rossa leading at the top gate for the first time.
Right.
Down in 3.
One leg completed, and Emirates Team New Zealand are in chase mode. Nathan Outridge needs to find some speed.
Good news for the Kiwis that there's a split. This at least gives them a chance to get some fresh air, because they haven't had any all upwind.
Well, this was the replay of that start. This was just how fine it came down. And Emirates Team New Zealand, they put the brakes on. They came off the foils, perhaps in a desperate attempt to rescue the situation.
Beautifully timed by Pete Burling.
And at those margins, at those speeds, and you've got a computer on board, but your reactions have to be razor sharp. And unfortunately, just half a second over the line for Emirates Team New Zealand. That's why we find ourselves in this situation. Peter Burling, the old Kiwi prodigy, is now out in front.
Yeah, we will be.
It was slightly interesting to see on that first beat, Luna Rossa defended the right-hand side so hard and then elected to go for a left turn at the top. Obviously, looking at the shift, they thought the extra maneuver just wasn't quite worth it, and they were happy to head towards that left side.
Sort of expect him to go to the lane. He's only got 10 more.
What are your options here, Cole? I mean, you are a match racing world champion. What on earth do you do when you're behind against somebody as strong as Luna Rossa?
Well, the biggest thing is options, Niall. If you're behind, the leader is trying to manipulate you into a corner, right? They're trying to take away any options you have. So right now, when we see these boats come back together, the Kiwis will jibe, and Prada can choose to take the right turn or switch to a left, essentially making the decision for New Zealand.
25.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.25 nautical miles.
That is a reasonable shortening of the course there. They're really compressing things down. All of this playing in the hands of Luna Rossa. Less racetrack, less chances for Emirates to close them down.
Easy one is left, so
very even on pace, these two boats. Not much difference in the meterage.
To the full main cannon. Okay, guys, get ready in 3, 2, 1. Forward and all the way up. 2, 1, and forward up.
One lap completed. Luna Rossa hold on to the lead. They know which way up this next beat they want to go to find the breeze.
They split, happy just to settle in here and then pick a good time.
Yes. Put pressure ahead.
Yeah, and Cole just talked about it. Basically, the Italians are forcing the Kiwis into doing that extra maneuver, sending them towards that left-hand side of the quarter.
Yes, good numbers, no worry.
I'd say the Italian teams, both of them, the most practiced in the AC40. Obviously, they're based here. They've done a lot of match racing together. I think we're seeing the results of that. Perfect execution from Pete Burling and Regatta Tinta.
Okay, they're attacking now.
Been a little bit of a shift out of the course. It has gone to the left, so we will be seeing a little bit of a gain here to Emirates Team New Zealand. It's not going to be enough to change the leader. Those little flashes, those glimmers of hope for the Kiwis that are chasing hard.
It's good for that.
It's strange to think that both these skippers raced together in the last America's Cup, won the last America's Cup together. And here they are on opposite sides.
And that gain came, but then it vanished again. The meters are gaining now for Peter Burling. Surely bringing up that closeness between Peter Burling and Nathan Outridge. Odile, I mean, how well do you know someone like that? How well do you think Nathan Outridge might know what Peter Burling is going to do?
I think they know each other very well, sometimes even better than a romantic partner. And I think that's really nice for Pete right now, because he's got Nathan behind him. He knows what's going on in Nathan's head, and he's one step ahead.
They were training partners for the Olympics. They were rivals at the Olympics for the best part of a decade, and then they were teammates, obviously, at Emirates Team New Zealand for Barcelona. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Odile. They know each other inside out.
Well, a little bit of a wind effect coming off. This is the wind wash coming down the course where we at least predict it to be. And that potentially is why we're seeing Emirates Team New Zealand take yet another hitch out to that left-hand side. What does Luna Rossa do? They punish them further. Keep pushing the Kiwis onto the bad air on that left-hand side. Cole, in your mind here, Luna Rossa, I mean, are they playing the perfect game?
Yeah, it's seriously impressive discipline from these guys. They took a little bit of a loss out of the marks to come back earlier to make sure that they're pushing Team New Zealand up against this short boundary. Each time they tack out, they go back as soon as they can to force Team New Zealand up against this left-hand side. Give them less opportunity to get leverage on them.
Yeah, and then they have to follow them in. The Kiwis have to follow the Italians on that long tag in. Nathan Outridge is running out of runway and options.
Halfway stage in this race, and Italy are in full control. The breeze and the conditions right now are allowing Luna Rossa to do these extra maneuvers. They are being able to throw it through these turns without really any risk of coming off the foils, or at least that's what it seems.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like these AC40s are made for these conditions. You've got a beautiful 12 knots, super flat water, and you see the boats effortlessly foiling above the water.
Nathan Outridge tries again. He's on a soft ley line to the right-hand turn at the top gate, but Luna Rossa is going to be giving him all the disturbed air, the way up to the top.
Oh, well, it's at 5. How long? 2, 1. Here we go.
They haven't had the best qualifying series so far. Luna Rossa on the water, getting it done in the final.
1. Down 3.
Emirates Team New Zealand forced to split. Now, how far into the top of our picture, onto the right-hand side as we look downwind, how far does Emirates Team New Zealand dig into that side?
Look at the pole.
Yeah, no worries on the pole.
Okay.
And 5.
125. 2. 1. And wait.
3, 2, 1.
We saw Luna Rossa just head up there, slight shift going their way.
Really nice job,
And a beautiful job. We heard Pete Burling say, nice job, everyone.
The distance,
quite relaxed, Niall.
The distance has grown. I know why he's relaxed for sure. It was 120 meters, it was 150 meters. Now it is over 250 meters. And this will be painful for New Zealand, unable to find a way through.
We worked the deep mode a little bit. There's
Yeah,
chunks of
it's
lane.
super painful, and especially as we're not seeing that many shifts or such different breeze on the course, there's really not many options out there for them to overtake the Italians.
That feels good.
Put pressure ahead.
What a day to be here in Italy. What a day to be Italian. You've got an incredible showing in the women and youth team. They so nearly made it to this final, and now your principal team seems to be getting it done.
Yeah, I think so.
7th America's Cup campaign for Luna Rossa now have the opportunity of a home cup. They are investing hard, both in youth and women and international talent. They need to see a result.
Hanson 5. Push it. 3.
One more jibe needed for Luna Rossa. Which of these marks do they do? To take the right turn would mean an extra manoeuvre.
Easy.
Oh, a rare slip-up for Luna Rossa. But a very quick recovery. That will hurt their lead, but it won't wipe it out.
And that's why you keep believing if you're the Kiwis, they might slip up once or they might do it again.
Well, Luna Rossa are round and clear. A chance, a thin chance for Emirates Team New Zealand. Now setting up for that right-hand turn, hoping that the Italians aren't heading to the best wind.
That runs boundary.
Unfortunately, Niall, I think the Italians are. I'm seeing the same thing down on the water. This right-hand side is still favored. We saw a very tight game plan from the Italians up that first beat, pushing the Kiwis to the left or unfavored side to their eyes. And that gain comes very late. They push them, push them, push them. Finally, they get to the top mark, and the Kiwis have nowhere else to go but follow them in.
Full credit to the trimmers on board Luna Rossa there for catching that hard work on the Traveller. As Cole says, your mind is taken up with where the breeze is, those decision-making, but those core skills are just keeping the boat flying. And the lead has shrunk. We are down to 150 metres. There's a lot of leverage right now on the course. None of that's going to matter until we get back to the cross. Emirates Team New Zealand bouncing off the boundary, coming back in towards the middle.
Across ahead.
Going further out, is it?
195.
Yeah.
Well, steering currently, Seb Menzies, he's just won the 49er Worlds. I don't know how much match racing he's done. He's in the thick of it now. You must know him well, Odile.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's also really good at the AC40 simulator, so that got him into this. He was part of the last Cup sparring, so when the principal team would be out on the water racing, he would be the boats on land, challenging them in the match race. So he's had a lot of match race experience on the simulator, but I don't know about the real boats.
200 metres the lead now with Italy. They're showing some really strong match racing skills here. And this was the last upwind leg. This was leg 3. And just look at what a classic match racing bounce over to the left-hand side Luna Rossa were doing. Red being Italy, and the Kiwis just couldn't find a way through. It was just a pummel, punch, all the way being pushed to the left.
So confident in their execution of manoeuvres to be able to do that.
Does it feel okay?
Yep.
Yeah, they've gone now, so heavy in 5. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Forward.
2, 1. Just shy below.
Emirates Team New Zealand leading the attack, trying to keep their bow in front of the disturbed air. They will be in clean breeze.
Yeah, you probably would,
Alright, so
Cole, we are coming up to the top of the course, and we are very quickly going to be onto that final run. Any last chances here for Emirates Team New Zealand?
Well, they are taking one extra step out to the right, but I think that, as you just heard Peter say, this is them cashing in on their hard work. They're just going to go straight, set up for a right-hand turn, and make the gain of 2 manoeuvres that they didn't have to do.
1, 4, 2, 1, 4.
2, 1, and forward up.
A perfectly played top of the course by Luna Rossa, forcing Emirates Team New Zealand to do those extra manoeuvres. Italy leading onto that final downwind leg. The finish line is waiting.
It's a little bit left, so thinking of maybe an early charge. It was my fault.
It's an uncomfortable delta here for the Kiwis. The clock is still counting down, and Emirates Team New Zealand have not managed to make it round that top gate. We saw Luna Rossa splash down before. They were quick to recover, but they're not invincible.
They're not invincible, and this week showed that, but it also showed that they have a lot of fire because they kept pushing through, and they're ending with their best day yet.
Emirates Team New Zealand still jiving, still digging, still searching for a way through, refusing to give Luna Rossa an easy run all the way down to that finish.
Well, this is not the America's Cup, Niall. It's not a test of a team's technical prowess, but it is a test of how your sailors can perform under pressure. And in the America's Cup arena, there's not many of them. Emirates Team New Zealand are going to be disappointed with this for sure.
They went away.
We have a bias for right.
I would go.
Yeah, let's go to lane. Yep.
Halfway down the run.
Oh no, we're in the finish.
Okay, let's check.
Well, there is the crowd that is waiting to cheer Luna Rossa in. Give them all a wave here, guys. Your team is coming into that finish line. Luna Rossa, the boat that has not led this regatta at any point. They've never been on the top of the standings until this moment, until getting into this final. They saved the best till last.
And look at them charging towards that finish line at 39 knots.
It's never over until it is over. But for Emirates Team New Zealand, you're starting to hope. Your strategies are running out, and you're just starting to wish that Luna Rossa would slip up here.
Amazing.
Nice.
Luna Rossa getting it done on their home waters.
Your team.
Peter Burling, Vittorio Bassaro, Ruggiero Tita and Umberto Molinari's take the win in the match racing final.
Okay, staying with 2.
Round up and hold in.
It means so much to this crowd here. This is a city that has supported this team, not just for this regatta, but for nearly a decade. And now they see Luna Rossa in their home waters. And who is behind them? Well, it's the America's Cup defenders. This is a significant victory. Emirates Team New Zealand crossed the line in second place. Nathan Alteridge unable to claw back the distance. They pushed it all the way. They certainly made sure that Luna Rossa felt the need to lock down the Kiwis. But in the end, the match racing skill of Luna Rossa was just a little too sharp.
We heard Nathan Outridge say as he crossed the line, sorry lads, that was a shocker. But for these guys, that is not the usual Kiwi celebration for Pete Burling. A little bit of emotion. It has been a tough 3 days, but in the end, undefeated.
Oh, there he goes, straight out of his seat, straight there to share that. Congratulations. They've had to work really hard. Barefoot, of course, on the AC40. My word, how sailing has changed. But at the end of the day, if you want to win, you've got to get in front, and then tactically, you've got to own the racetrack. That was a really strong display.
Yeah, and how good to see the celebration with the whole team. It really is a team effort, and especially here in Sardinia at their home base.
It's so good to see the celebrations. I mean, we've been saying it's been walking around the race finish. This feels like the America's Cup. There's so much energy, and of course, it's being shared for all the teams, but there are a lot of Italian flags here.
It's a big moment for the team, for Max Serena. He's made some big changes. He's grown that team. He's filled it with youth and women's talent. He brought in Pete. And now on his home waters, as you say, in his home base, in his hometown, they have the first victory of the 38th America's Cup cycle, and that must feel good, and it must feel good for Pete Burling, actually smiling.
He is normally so cool, he is so calm, but that does show you just what it means. It was a big move to step away from Emirates Team New Zealand, and now that you're in this team, you've got to prove yourself, you've got to prove that you're worth all of that, and he is, and they are. And they have done something really quite special today. It is the first step on the road to Naples, but they are winners here in the 38th America's Cup Preliminary Regatta Sardinia.
That champagne must taste good.
And it was not a certainty, it was not a given. All the way through this regatta, they've had to build, they've had to climb. Today was the day that they actually got their first race win. They started the regatta with a 7th place, but it all led to this. There they are with the winner's banner, bathed in champagne, and the trophy awaits.
A great moment also for the coaching team. Josh Jr. just went the other side of the rig, leading the coaching team, a massive team. Hamish Wilcox there being congratulated. A massive team effort. What a great celebration.
And Adil, I'm sure part of the reason why it is so special is the team that they beat. It feels all the more mighty when you have to face down a very strong opponent.
Yeah, I can imagine that definitely puts some extra pressure, and who knows, you might have seen what we'll see in a year's time.
Well, we can speak now to Nathan Outeridge, our 2nd place boat in this regatta. Nathan, let me just say commiserations, but you really did put on a great display. You really tried to hold on to them all the way down that final run, right the way to the finish.
It was a little disappointing, that start. We were in a really strong spot and just charged for the pin end a bit early and couldn't quite kill it at the end. So it gave him the start, and then after that there wasn't many opportunities, but the team sailed really well all week, and we obviously wanted to win today, but at the end of the day, the America's Cup's next year, so we'll take a lot of learnings out of this and come stronger.
But just going to that start, Nathan, I mean, it was just under half a second that you were over. We saw you splash down. All of that, I'm wondering, an attempt to just slow the boat down in a last-minute ditch effort to stay below the line?
Yeah, exactly. When they stepped up to the right, we sort of had 4 or 5 to kill for the pin. We thought we were going to be able to kill it, and we killed most of it, but didn't get it all at the end. So at the end, we tried to slow up at the finish. But yeah, that was the one that got away. But there'll be plenty more to come.
Nathan, this isn't the Cup, you're not in the 75s, but it's been a test, hasn't it, for all the sailing teams? I mean, what will you reflect on from here? What will you take away?
Yeah, as you say, this is you know, the first on a bit of a long road for the America's Cup for us, and with the new group, we're going to have a lot to learn out of this event. I was, you know, really impressed with how the team has gelled, and you know, the whole support behind the scenes is doing a fantastic job. You know, we did our job and we made the final, and we came up a little bit short, but you know, this happened to us last campaign as well. We didn't win the first event that we did, and we came back much stronger. So I'm sure we'll regroup and we'll be a lot better for the next event later on this year.
Well, Nathan, thank you very much for this incredible display of sailing skill this weekend. All the best. We'll see you soon. Well, let's go now to Luna Rossa. Let's speak to Peter Burling and let's speak to Regatta. Regatta, if I could come to you first. I mean, what a way to race. What a match race. What was it like trying to keep Emirates Team New Zealand locked down like that?
No, it was absolutely great. I think the whole team did an incredible job. We felt like this morning something was clicking, and of course we did a great job. We started pushing really hard from the start, and then everything came together.
Pete, huge congratulations. We've watched you win a lot of races in the past and never really celebrate. It looked like that meant a lot. Just tell us how much it meant to win here today in your hometown now.
Yeah, obviously first race in the grey uniform. we gave ourselves a bit of work to do early in the week. We made definitely a few mistakes, but you know, to come out like we did today and really show what we've got and win our first event for Luna Rossa's super pleasing. And you know, I think just the whole team, you know, the way Marco and the youth and women have been pushing us on and making our life super hard in trainings, just managed to raise the level for everyone. So yeah, amazing day to wrap it up.
And Ruggiero, just give us an idea of what it's like to be here on the water. I wonder whether you can hear the cheers from the shore. We certainly can. The warmth of the city and the spectators, they are really thrilled at the sailing that you put on for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's amazing to be here. It's amazing to win the first event here in Cagliari, and it's amazing to have so much friends and fans here looking at us today. So thank you everyone.
Well, thank you, Ruggiero, and thank you, Peter. That was a great match racing final. All the best, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Well, what a final that was. So many manoeuvres, so many tacks, so much aggression, and it started right away from the pre-start.
Yeah, it started pretty early on, didn't it? 50 seconds, they were careering back to the line with lots of time to kill. Pete Burling pushing Nathan Outridge all the way to the end, and just a judgment error there, too early, nowhere to go, no runway. And for Team New Zealand, it was a tough spot to come back from.
And those margins for error, so small. I mean, you heard it from Nathan Outridge there. They could see it coming. They had so little chances to do something about it, and in the end, the only option they had, crashed the boat down. But for Italy, they took the lead, they held the lead, and they sailed clear. But more than that, they were smart right the way around the racetrack. They knew exactly where they wanted to be.
It's not Pete Burling's first rodeo. He's used to winning match races in the America's Cup arena. And from here, it was pretty simple for them. They stayed to this right-hand side. They really loved the right-hand side of the course, and they bounced their opposition to the left-hand side of the track with no room to come back.
Exactly. Whenever they let Emirates Team New Zealand get away, it was because they were allowing them to do so. That was the only small slip from grace that we saw from the Italians, and full credit to the trimmers. Very quick on the controls and catching the boat, pushing it back up into the air. A little slip up, but a great recovery. And all the way to the finish, and at the bottom of the course for that final time, the distance had grown. No doubt a strong performance from Luna Rossa. Well, let's try and absorb all that drama as the spectator fleet shepherds in the field all the way home. Let's take a look at how the standings have played out. Of course, it was Luna Rossa taking the top spot, and then the America's Cup defenders, Emirates Team New Zealand, in second. But what a great performance by the other Italian boat, Luna Rossa Women and Youth. They finish in third, but they have shown a lot more than just that.
So cool until today. They'll take a lot of learnings from their performance today, and I'm sure it will come back stronger when we see them in Naples. But also in fourth spot here, the French team and Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth really strung it together and got better and better as the days went on. I'm sure we'll see a better performance from them.
And this was the moment as they crossed the line. This was the moment where the facade of calm, coolness slipped away, and you can see just how much it meant to every single sailor on board Luna Rossa. For Emirates Team New Zealand, it was a bitter pill, but a great display. Really strong sailing from start to finish.
Nice finish.
And of course, this is not going to be the only chance that we get to see these teams fighting it out in a preliminary regatta. We are going to be back, but it's going to be Naples. Then it's going to be September 24th to 27th. Who's going to come to the top that time? Certainly Emirates Team New Zealand going to be fighting hard to reverse the scoreline. This is where we're going to be in Napoli, Italy, and of course we will be there again in 2027 for the America's Cup. Let's see what this venue has to offer. Well, what a fantastic weekend it has been in Sardinia for the very first preliminary regatta of this cycle of the America's Cup. 8 teams, and not only the principal players, but also the youth and women out there representing the best skills that we have seen. The current teams certainly know how to sail fast, but the future is bright as well. The America's Cup has only just begun. We are on the road to Naples.